Good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah. Cup of coffee in the big time.
I gotta be honest with everybody. I just played that off big time. I thought we still had like another 20 seconds to go. I heard the music dwindling down and I panicked to press the mic on button.
Hey.
I went full panic mode. I said, oh shit, let me just press.
Cup of coffee in the big time, yeah.
I said it the last time.
Cup of coffee in the big time.
Even when we wrong, we right, brother. Even when we wrong, we right. Happy Friday. Good morning. What's up with y'all?
It's still a better intro than the majority of anybody out there. All right? That's all I'm going to say right there.
Even have intros. Can they even introduce the BS that they're shoveling to you people?
No, come on.
I don't know why I just turned into Gilbert Godfrey just now for a second.
You did. I don't know. You know,
BS.
What kind of BS are they shoveling down your throats?
Oh, man. You just never know. I'll tell at the start of every show, like me and Pete are like super calm. And then all of a sudden the music dwindles down and the intro finishes. And I just never know where it's going to go.
Man, we jump out there like a friggin' firecracker on the 4th of July, baby.
Everybody.
Ready to rock and ready to roll.
Yes,
you know,
sir.
I'm a lot more like Al Bundy than I ever knew.
That's an interesting way to start the show. Tell me more.
I was watching some of Al Bundy's stuff. You know when I do the thing at the end when I'm like, baby?
Yeah.
That's Al Bundy. He does that.
It's a fact, actually.
He does exactly that. And I didn't get that from Al Bundy. You know, actually, to be honest, people are going to say this is crazy. I literally just started watching Married with Children a few years ago. And now it's like a yearly thing where I like always just watch episodes of Married with Children because I love that freaking show so much. So I'm not a shoe salesman, and I have some major goals. That's the difference of me and Al Bundy. But there is certainly some Al Bundy, ways about Pizza Minetti.
One of Gatto's favorite shows of all time. Credits that
Smart
show
lady.
as being one of the big three that helped her learn the English language, believe it or not.
Smart lady, I tell you
It's
right
crazy.
now. One of the
It's
one of
wild.
the best shows on planet Earth, man. One
But
of the best shows of all time.
You go back and you watch that. I'm just like, I can imagine like this young Dominican girl over there in Dominican
Watching Al Bundy.
watching Al Bundy. Like,
Come on, Peg.
and it's like it's so wild to me. But she's like, yeah, like I used to watch it. I'm like, okay. Like,
I forgot because it's funny because a lot of times, like when I'm downstairs working, I'm getting shows together. I got something playing, or I'm listening to music, or I'm watching the show.
Facts.
And I had Al Bundy on, and I forgot what he said. He was talking to his neighbor Jefferson, and he said something like, "Shit, I wish I could remember," but he ended it with "baby," and I said, "Wait a second, hold on, I gotta rewind that." I watched it again. I'm like, "That's exactly what I do."
Yeah.
I'm like, "There's a, I'm
They said
definitely."
there's a resemblance.
There's definitely a bit of a resemblance there. Al Bundy, William Henry says Al Bundy, superhero. I agree with that. Al Bundy's a great man. God bless Al Bundy.
Yes.
But moving on from Al Bundy, a hell of a way to start today's episode. We do have some fun things to talk about, man. Look, a lot of it is some of the same stuff, maybe some additional information on some players that could be available. And then, of course, look, I think everybody's going to be talking about the Roki Sasaki stuff until he signs. There's the outside chance that it could be the Yankees. Again, we have a subscriber here that is from Japan, that lives in Japan currently, and he always sends me like updates on Murakami and players that could be interest to the Yankees. And he recently told me that the word over there is kind of like the street, the newspapers, what people are saying there, is that if he were to come to the East Coast, it would be the Yankees. More so than anybody, but the preference, and it seems like it would be the West Coast more than likely. And maybe we have a chance to be overly surprised because if you remember, Francis, Yamamoto was a Yankee.
Yeah. I mean,
From Jack Curry to all the biggest reporters out there, the idea was this guy likes the legacy teams and he's enamored by pitching for the Yankees. He's a big historian of baseball. He would want to play if that's the team he wants to play for. He had hats, Yankee hats with pictures, remember back in the day and all that stuff.
There was tons of pictures of him in that Yankee hat. Yep.
In the Yankee hat. So, it doesn't always turn out the way that is the expectation. So maybe it'll be our turn to kind of be surprised on something. But I don't want to really.
Murakami with the Dodgers hat?
He saw Murakami with which probably, by the way, now is a very, very common hat in Japan, I would assume. Based just off of.
I'm assuming.
Yeah, Otani.
Yeah.
And by the way, Pete Simonetti, if anybody needs to know, huge fan of Japanese culture. I want to go to Japan very badly. One day I will.
Same.
I friggin' love Japan. I want to go to Japan so friggin' bad. Nobody knows. I'm a big ramen guy too, so they be doing their thing. I want to try like the legit shit. I grew up. Hey, Francis, cup of noodles is the thing.
Oh, it's a fact.
Cup of noodles is a thing back in the day. You didn't have something quick, cup of noodles. Again, great story from me. Over on Gleason Avenue in the Bronx, putting some information out there. Pop Simonetti had a little spot there. But like my second father, his nickname was Ando. That's what I called him. Ando is a big-ass Sicilian, straight from Italy, huge dude. And he would always give me like $1. He's like, go to the bodega and get your cup of noodles. And I would come back, he'd have the hot water ready for me. And I sit down, have my little cup of noodles and shit.
Oh,
but
those are the memories, man.
Those are the memories, man. So me and Ramen have a history together. Me and Ramen. You know what I'm saying?
No, I'm down, bro. I can't wait. I mean, Tokyo has.
We're gonna go. You know what? We're gonna go.
And
we're fucking going to Japan, baby.
Listen,
I'm gonna go there like Godzilla.
I think we'll be hella embraced over there. I got a feeling that we got a couple subscribers from out there, and I think we'd have a freaking ball out there. Listen, for sure, they're gonna love NYY Underground. There's no argument. They're gonna love it because they love baseball, and we are baseball, baby. Come on now.
Remind me to tell you something when we get off air.
I'll remind you.
Those are really says. If Yankees land Sasaki, number one rotation in baseball, there's no doubt about that. They would be the number one rotation.
Agreed, yes.
In baseball. That would be absolutely insane. And we'll talk about him a little bit, but I really want to start here because this is something the Yankees already have. And that is Jason Dominguez.
Yes, sir.
Big supporters of Dominguez here at NYU. Everybody already knows that. We love this kid.
DJ Jason.
Dominguez is... Dominguez is somebody who I think we've all said deserves all the playing time in the world.
Yes.
The Yankees should give him the same respect that Anthony Volpe got. Of course, we got the president of the Jason Dominguez fan club, Carlos, in the chat, Yankees Farm.
Good morning,
again,
Los.
if you're not subscribed to Los, go subscribe to Yankees Farm right now, please. Thank you. We're going to get over 5,000 this year, 5,000 subs on that side. No doubt about it. Let's get it.
Go.
But Jack Curry and Michael Kay talked about it yesterday, that there's a possibility. So they mentioned two real things yesterday. They said that Jason Dominguez could be the leadoff hitter for the Yankees, which we have both said we would do, but we don't believe the Yankees would do it.
Exactly.
So we're both on record of saying that. We just didn't believe the Yankees would actually go that route. So you do that, you get that, and then they also mentioned Jorge Polanco as being a possibility. So as, you know, I put a little lineup together, and I want to go ahead and show what the potential of that lineup could be.
Look at that.
There it is right here. So Dominguez, Bellinger, Judge, Stanton, Jazz, Goldie, Wells, Polanco, Volpe. Francis, if the Yankees walked into the season with this lineup, how do you feel?
The Yankees walk into the opening day with this lineup. I got to be honest with you. I'm feeling very optimistic about our chances. Are there question marks? Are there maybes in the lineup? Yes. Yes, there are maybes in the lineup. Is this guaranteed a better lineup than last year? I wouldn't say guaranteed, but I will say that you can definitely make the argument that it could be. I love Jason Dominguez at the top of this lineup. He's a switch hitter, right? That's versatility right at the top. He can go right-handed when he needs to, go left-handed when he needs to. You already said it. You said it last week when we spoke that you're not afraid of going lefty, 1 and 2 at the top of the lineup. Well, neither am I, and most people shouldn't be. Jason Dominguez brings speed, athleticism. If he gets on base, this is a guy who's going to be able to move. He's going to be able to put pressure on pitchers, right? Is he going to take second base? He's not going to take second base. More often than not, I think he'll have a great chance to do so. That's good with Cody Bellinger in the box and Aaron Judge on deck. That's what you want. That's what we kind of want to set up. Now, is Dominguez going to have the on-base percentage of a Luis Arias, like a prime Luis Arias? Maybe not. But is there a possibility that he could? Yes, I think. Of course. Where we are today, people are kind of they're worried, right? There's trepidation when they look at Jason Dominguez, and I'm gonna keep saying it's on blue in the face. I think that's created by the Yankees and the narrative that they spun last season for whatever reason, right? We've been privy to a little bit more behind the scenes stuff, you know, that may have been going on with Jason and stuff like that. But for whatever reason, the media created a narrative, and now fans don't know how to feel. But Francis isn't buying that. I'm buying the guy that I saw in 2023. I'm buying the guy that I saw, you know, through his ascent through the minor leagues. That's what I'm buying. And if I'm going with that, man, I think he has a great chance, not an outside chance, but I think he has a great chance to be a phenomenal leadoff hitter for the New York Yankees in 2025, should they go that route.
Yeah, no doubt about it, man. We got a couple of super chats here. I'll get to, then I'll give my side on the possibility of Dominguez. Chris Silva says, Platano Pete and Francis go to Japan to get some grandmas. Okay, grandmother Japan action. Okay, my good friend Ruben says, thoughts on this? Volpe, Dominguez, Judge, Bellinger. Obviously, this depends on how much of a jump Volpe and Dominguez have in 2025 in development. I'll be honest with you. I like Volpe at the bottom of the order. I don't think Volpe, and look, this is not a knock on Anthony Volpe at all. I think me and Francis are both believers in Anthony Volpe. I'm a big Anthony Volpe fan. I like the kid a lot. I like his work ethic. I like his want to play. I don't think there's ever one time you look at Anthony Volpe and go, damn, he didn't give his all today. I think Anthony Volpe's out there. He's a gamer. I think he's out there to play hard every single play that happens in a baseball game. He's in his spots. He tries his best. And you never worry about, you know, work ethic or things of that nature with Anthony Volpe. He's always in the game. And I just like him batting 9. Look, we haven't seen that top offensive talent that he was, because don't let the Yankees fool you, folks. He was the great bat, great defender player. He was never the defense first guy, and we'll see how the bat plays out. That was never Anthony Volpe. He was he could hit with the best of them. That's the player he is. we haven't seen that level of him yet, so I want to leave him down there. And the reason why I like Dominguez so much in a leadoff spot is because the tools that we know of, the tools that we've heard of. Now, as Francis said, he also got to go out there and prove it. He also got to go out there and say, I could do all these things. But the things that we know about him that is different than Anthony Volpe. Jason Dominguez is known to have a much better eye. He walks. Anthony Volpe's not a big on-base percentage guy as of yet. And again, this is not a comparison to compete with these two. This is me just saying why I'd prefer one guy as a leadoff hitter. Jason Dominguez could have long at-bats. He could take his walk. He could draw a lot of pitches, of course, with the long at-bats, like I said before. But he could hit for singles, doubles, triples, homers, steal bases. He does everything you'd want. And on top of that, he's a switch hitter. He's a switch hitter, which balances you against any pitcher that is going on. And I like a leadoff hitter that you could look up one day and go, oh, shit, nice, we're up 1-0.
Yeah.
Or you could look up and go, that's a single. Well, he could turn that into a double pretty quick, right?
Exactly.
You know he can do all that. I love the idea. And look, let me tell you something about Dominguez that I like. I don't know about you, but I feel like Dominguez is one of those players where he'd step up to the higher responsibility. He'd step up to the additional pressure of being like, hey, look, man, you're the leadoff hitter. You're the leadoff hitter. I think he'd see that as like, cool, let's go. Let's do it.
Dominguez doesn't rub me as the kind of guy who seems that he's moved by pressure. And you might say, but what have you seen that makes it? Well, I mean, he got called up in 2023 while the Yankees were in the midst of arguably one of their worst seasons in the last 10 years. Okay. Yeah. The Yankees were not good, not even remotely close to being good. They had no hopes for the playoffs, really, by the point that he was called up. And he's called up to play his first series when the Yankees go into Minute Maid Park, which was a house of horrors for them. Literally, up to that point, it was a house of horrors for the New York Yankees. They did not play well there. They did not score runs there. And they normally, just got kind of shut down every time they went there. Even the games that we had won there, it was never that we put on this like offensive performance, right? It was, we would win games, close games, pitchers duels, stuff like that. And Dominguez's first test wearing the Yankee uniform was there against none other than Justin Verlander, who's a first ballot Hall of Famer, right? This guy's going into the Hall of Fame. Justin Verlander is one of the best to ever do it, all right? And in his first at bat, his first swing, the first time he takes the bat off his shoulders, he takes Justin Verlander oppo. He's batting lefty and he goes oppo deep against Verlander. Yeah, right. I mean, there's pressure. It's your first major league at bat, and the dude just kind of looked like, okay, like let's get this going. I'm ready. Like what I mean? He's in the outfield, and everybody and the cameras are focused on him, and everybody's like, you're kind of expecting like to see this kid just like, oh my god, like I finally made it to the majors, and he's just standing there, just kind of looking around like. Yeah, this is nice. Yeah.
Yeah, right. This is nice. This is baseball. He playing where, right? Isn't it?
He doesn't seem he didn't seem like the moment was too big for him. This is my point. He just it seems like when he got called up, he continued to play the game that he's been playing since he was a kid. Correct. And that's kind of what you want. There's another aspect that I like about him and the switch hitter thing is that late into games, when that top of the order is coming up, most teams, that's when they begin game planning with their bullpen. Well, we gotta start looking because 1, 2, 3 is coming up soon, and it makes it that much more difficult to go to your pen and try to like pick a lane because if you have a switch hitter like Dominguez batting 1, and then your 2 guy is lefty Bellinger and your 3 guy is righty Judge, then who do you call out the pen?
Yeah,
not like
it makes it tough.
Oh, well, I got 2 lefties back to back. I know I got 2 lefties back to back. So let me just definitely go with the right-hander. Well, you can go with the right-hander, but then Dominguez will turn to a righty and it'll be righty, lefty, righty. Or, well, no, I'll go with the lefty because, I got Belly is going to be batting second. Well, that's fine. You can go with the left. I know I got Judge coming third. Yeah, Judge will come third, but you'll have to get through 2 lefties to get to, like, it does kind of stretch the lineup and make the lineup that much more versatile. And I like it.
No doubt about it. No doubt about it. And JXV says, thoughts on trading for Alec Bohm, put Jazz at third base. I don't see the Yankees doing that. I mean, unless maybe like we said, the Sasaki thing happens and other players become available. I don't know. We'll see. We got to kind of wait and see on all that stuff when it comes to larger trades.
Yeah.
Raw Thompson says, my guys, Pete is just now watching Married with Children while Francis was watching Grannies with Children. Hey, yo. Question, why is Volpe not stealing more bases? Dude had 50 plus in the minors. Well, he got on base at a 330, 340 clip in the minor leagues.
Yeah.
In major leagues, he ain't doing that. He's barely doing 30%. So he's not doing 30%. His on-base percentage has been under 300. So that's one of your main reasons right there. And one of the main things that I believe Anthony Volpe needs to work on is just reaching base more, walking more, getting in better counts. And I think he has all the capabilities of doing that. But one more thing with Jason Dominguez that I wanted to stay on here, because a lot of people see the major league numbers and the 50-something at-bats, and they see the 179 average, and they go, oh, my God, this guy's a bust. He made some tough plays in the outfield. He's a bust. Forget it. The Yankees didn't help by basically coming out and saying we're better with Verdugo than we are with our top prospect, which was fucking bananas. But we'll leave that one alone for now. But at 21 years old, being one of the youngest players in the minor leagues, mind you, 309 average, 368 on base percentage, a 480 slugging, 848 OPS. So again, folks, let me just remind everybody at this real quick. 21 years old, one of the youngest players in AAA. In that same time frame, 7 homers. How many stolen bags did he have? 15 stolen bags. Again, man, that's 170-something at bat. 175 ABs. He put up those type of numbers. So again, anybody sitting out there seeing the short sample size in the major leagues and forgetting the previous sample size in the major leagues and just going, I don't know. You've bought into the whatever bullshit the Yankees tried to put on people to make the excuse of why he isn't playing every day at the major league level. You've bought into it, and you shouldn't. This is a guy who you should have very high expectations on. Again, he is still a rookie, so he would have Rookie of the Year eligibility this year. And look, at the end of the day, to me, I know there's some other names out there, but he gets that start, and he's the leadoff hitter. Shit, you're talking about the Yankees having a strong possibility of back-to-back Rookie of the Years, because I believe in Jason Dominguez a lot. I think this kid is extremely good. I think he deserves every opportunity. And like I said, man, put him in that leadoff spot. I'll throw it back on the screen again. I made the damn graphics. Might as well use it. Dominguez, Bellinger, Judge as the 1, 2, 3. Going from that to, look, Glaber, Soto, Judge. I don't know, man. Looking at, again, this is not Pete Simonetti saying that Cody Bellinger is Juan Soto. He's not. All I'm simply saying here is there's some serious potential to this lineup. That's it.
There's a hell of a lot of potential to that lineup. And I think what I want people to kind of remember is, don't get too caught up in, that small sample size from last year, or even if you don't want to get caught up in the small sample size from the year prior, just remember, we're talking about a guy here who was touted as a switch hitting Dominican version of Mike Trout. That rare combination of speed, contact, power.
Yeah.
Like, this is what this guy was being, scouted as. And I'm not saying that that's what you need to expect in 2025, a prime Mike Trout season from Jason Dominguez. Right. No, what I'm telling you is that that's still in there. That didn't go anywhere. Like, regardless of what we were told and kind of shoveled, by different people in the media and the team itself, that's still in there. All right. Like, I still see it in the player, and I'm super excited for the 2025 season for him. And I really think, I've been saying it, Kevin said it, Peter said it, we've all kind of been saying it. Los is saying it. He's the president of the fan club.
Facts.
We expect that he's gonna shut up a lot of people this season, and I can't wait for it. I really can't.
I'm telling you, man. And look, the other name on this list, obviously, of the lineup you guys saw was Jorge Polanco. I want to talk about him.
There you go.
As King Dre says, Francis' grandma's gone wild. Hey, yo, come on, man. It's too early for this.
It's either, some people call it spring training. Francis calls it grandma's gone wild.
Weren't the Golden Girls in Miami?
I think so. Yeah.
I think they were in Miami, right?
They were all over the place, but they had some epic tales in Miami.
My God, You're Mr. Burt Reynolds.
From what I'm told, all right, I did not partake in any of that, debauchery. But from what I'm told, it was pretty wild.
Well, with that being said,
Jorge Polanco.
Let's talk a little about Jorge Polanco. Hope he's not seeing this for the first time. Imagine. Oh, let me see what Yankee people are saying about me.
See what they think about me.
The Golden Girls.
Grandma's going wild. He's like, no, por favor, no me mande para allá. These people are crazy.
Let me tell you right now, man. I've done some digging on Jorge Polanco.
Okay.
Now, there's some good upside here to Polanco. One, I believe, again, I didn't double check this. I think I'm right. And correct me if I'm wrong, chat. I believe he had knee surgery, and he's 100% now. There's Scott right on time. Polanco's knee surgery in October went well. He's been doing baseball activities a few weeks now. There you go. Mm-hmm. So he's kind of back doing his thing. Could that have led to his poor defensive year? Potentially. Now, here's the scary thing, Francis. If you're a big believer in analytics and numbers, and definitely outs above average being one of the main things that everybody jumps to and runs away to look at, he's a worse defender than Gleyber Torres.
Yes.
At second base.
Yes.
Now, there is a shit ton of potential upside. He's also 31 years old only. He's a guy that hit 30 homers in a season. Mm-hmm. He hit 16 last year, and I think like 400 or something at bats. Yeah, the average was low, but Jorge Polanco's been a guy that typically can give you a 750 plus OPS.
Yes.
Are you taking that risk? Now, somebody even said something about, well, what about putting him at third base? He did play a little bit of third base in 2023, but there's not a lot of experience at third.
Yeah, it's similar to what we did with Jazz last year.
That's my main concern here with Polanco is, you would almost have to say we like Jazz at third. That's disregarding the numbers that say his best position is by far second base. Mm-hmm. And then it would also basically be you saying, well, we're also going to get a little worse defensively on the right side of the infield at second base by putting him there. Mm-hmm. Do you think that is worth it to do? Or do you think maybe the best case here is to still wait and see? Maybe some other players get released during spring. Maybe Roki, maybe a trade opens up. Or are you just saying, fuck it, let's give this guy his money and let's get into the season?
As it stands right now, over the next 7 to 10 days, if I'm the Yankees, I don't make a move for the infielder unless, and this is like some like crazy emergency scenario, unless like a guy like Bregman comes to you with like the sweetest of all sweetheart deals, and it's like, we can't say no to this. Like it's what, like a 3-year deal with an opt-out after the first year, and the AAV is like in the 20s somewhere. It's like,
I was gonna ask you, I want to ask you about that, because me and Christian talked about this a little yesterday. Mm-hmm. Would you go over to 301 if Bregman came to you for something like that?
Yes.
Yeah, I think you have to, right?
Yes.
I think if you didn't, then I'll be, then that's
this.
So
how do you not?
What I was basically asked yesterday in regards to that is that Hal Steinbrenner won't go over to 301. Does that bother you? And I said, not really, because there really hasn't been the person. Soto obviously was one, but without him happening, there really hasn't been that person where you look at it and go, damn, I'd go over for this guy.
Yeah.
But if, you start looking at everything overall, and you go, Bregman comes to you and goes, hey, let's do maybe the 3-year opt out after each year, Boris special. And I want to play for the Yankees. Nothing else is really working out for us. I'm sorry, but if Hal Steinbrenner were to reject that, then I would have a serious problem with that, because you would have an infield, again, of Bregman, Volpe, Jazz, and Goldie. Your infield defense is now phenomenal.
Stellar.
Should be stellar. Exactly.
One of the best in baseball.
It should be a fundamentally sound infield. It should be very, very strong. It has some extremely good talent there. Veteran leadership in that infield also.
Yeah.
I would love that. I would definitely go over for him, but we don't know if that's an option. But I'm gonna agree. I agree with you. I'm waiting. I'm waiting. Out of all the free agents, don't get me wrong, I do think Polanco's probably top of the line. I think Yo Moncada is right behind him, but I would go with Polanco over Moncada just because he's been a little more healthy and shown a lot more actually. But I would go to him in that regard, but I would hold off until Bregman is signed, until Kim is signed. Some of those other names come off the board because you don't know who gets, like we said, a little, what's the word I'm looking for? A little desperate.
Desperate.
In regards of signing.
Yeah.
And you don't know what falls in your lap.
Next week, put it like this: for the month of January, like I always joke that it normally takes 400 days to get through January.
Yeah.
We're a week away from January being more than half gone.
That's right.
So what that tells you as a baseball player is, as of next Friday, pitchers and catchers are less than a month from reporting, and players report 4 to 5 days after that.
I was going to say tomorrow's a month away.
Yeah. So you're talking at this stage in free agency. Yes, you are at a point in free agency where it's like, I need to get things settled, because it's not just I sign with a team and then I have a month to get ready to play baseball. No, these guys have families. These guys have businesses. These guys have a lot of moving parts with them. They are themselves a business. So when you sign with a team, there's a lot more that comes with that, especially if you're a guy like Bregman who might be, uprooting and moving to a different city, which seems to be the case. He won't be in Houston next year. You need to find a place to live that's going to be comfortable, especially if it's a multi-year deal. You need to find, different things, things for your family, stuff like that. A month is not a lot of time to do that. And depending on the market, I mean, imagine he does sign it with New York, not with the Yankee. Maybe he signed with the Met. New York is not an easy market to get things like that set up in with short time. We are at the stage in free agency where guys do start to get a little desperate. They do start to get a little antsy. And I think you've seen that even today with the reports that came out this morning that the Mets now have an offer on the table from Pete Alonso, which is of a 3-year deal with opt-outs. Why? People might be saying, oh, well, what happened to he wanted to eclipse the Prince Fielder number and he was looking at Freeman's deal and all stuff. Yeah, that was all nice in December, but we're in mid-January now. And he needs to know, am I going to be a Met or not? Because if I am not going to be a Met, then there's a lot of stuff I need to start getting done.
That's right.
So this offer that is, reportedly on the table from him to the Mets, this is a last-ditch effort. Like, yeah, I need to find out if I'm going to be a Met. If they reject this, that tells me that they don't want me here. That's really what it is. I need to know.
Yeah, because let's be honest here. That's a sweetheart deal.
That's exactly what it is.
I mean, that's a player, and that's what we're talking about with Bregman. That's when a player comes to the team and says, "Hey, look, I want to be here.
Yeah,
can this work?" Like I'm literally asking to play here for what I think I think I have a higher value than this, but I want to play here, and things haven't gone my way right now. Let me have the opportunity to come back on a 1 year, have a bounce back year, and then I'll figure out things. And if we want to part ways, then we part ways. But I want to play this year with where I'm used to playing, and I want to try to help this team win.
Which could be, it could be smart. It could be smart. I mean, if he signs a 3-year deal with an opt-out after every year, there's no need for him to necessarily opt out after year one if he doesn't like the market going into it, which if I'm Pete Alonso, it's a very similar situation to this season. If he does go into the market again next year, he's going up against Kyle Tucker and Vladdy Guerrero Jr. I'm not sure that he wants to do that. So maybe would it make sense for him to sign a sweetheart deal with an opt-out after all 3 years and take the opt-out after year 2 when now Soto, Vladdy, and Tucker have all been signed and he might look like the prettiest girl at the dance?
That's right.
Who knows? But that's the calculus here. And that's where that's where we are in free agency, where players start to do that, which is why I said in the next 7 to 10 days, if I'm Cashman, if I'm Hal Steinbrenner, do I make a decision definitively like, okay, we're going over for this or that? No. Unless, like I said, a Bregman or so comes to you with that same sweetheart deal. Like, yeah, I'll take, 20, whatever. I'll take 20, 23, 24 million a year over the next 3. And I need to opt out after every year in full no trade. Basically saying like, I need to be in control of my destiny these next 3 years. But I'm going to give you the manageable AAV, but just I need to be in control. Like you can't trade me wherever the hell you want, and you don't have the opt-outs. I have the opt-outs. Like that's basically what it is. Just give me control over the next years, and I'll give you flexibility with the payroll, and then we'll see if I get taken care of after this year or the year after that or whatever. That's the only way that I would do it now. The reason I say next 7 to 10 is because after the next 7 to 10, we should know what Sasaki's going to do. And then that should be like the final, because he's like the last domino that kind of, falls in free agency here.
Yeah, and it's holding up a lot of people. And
Yes.
for the Yankees, for the Yankees especially, I mean, it probably does change quite a bit for them. I mean, at least the possibilities of things, because, we were talking about this a little bit last night too, because if you are the Yankees and you're sitting back and we don't know the conversations that Brian Cashman has had, there could potentially be scenarios that Brian Cashman's talking to other clubs and they go, look, we'll make this deal for one of the young starters, but we're not making this deal for anybody else or a prospect. We want either Heel, we want, Clark Schmidt. Other than that, we don't want to make this deal. So the Yankees could be in a standstill where they're saying, hey, look, we really like said player. We would love to add them. We would give up one of these starting pitchers for him. Maybe I'll just play along, go more Clark Schmidt here. We'll make that deal to move him.
Exactly.
But if we did that right now, but if we did that right now, Marcus Stroman's our number 5 starter. And even though we don't necessarily hate that, we don't feel that's best case scenario.
Yeah.
But if we added a guy like Roki, then if we had some starting pitching depth that is outside of Marcus Stroman, maybe we're comfortable making that move. So it's more of a wait and see approach for the Yankees. Because to be honest, the more I see the Yankees not making this move yet and not trading Marcus Stroman yet, the more it almost makes me feel like it believes that they are waiting to see what Roki does, or they're waiting to get an official word that, hey, he's not going to be a Yankee. Like, for an example, I almost feel like if the Yankees add a second baseman before that and they move Stroman, I almost feel like it's because they know he's not coming here.
They know for sure.
And they just move on quick. If they still hold out and hold out and hold out and hold out, I believe they have an idea that we're one of the finalists, or we think we have a really good chance. We really do believe this, that it's actually a real possibility this is going to happen. That's the way I feel about that.
I'm not saying
when it comes to him
for sure that they've been told this or whatever, but if you just read the tea leaves, right, which is kind of what we do, and I think we do a pretty bang up job of it. If you read them, the tea leaves kind of say that the Yankees are kind of aware that they are a finalist. They're not told that they're guaranteed that he's signing with them. Nothing like that. I'm not saying that. But if you just look at the way that they've been moving and you look at the way that the reporters closest to the team have been covering the situation, yeah, it's pretty obvious that the Yankees do feel like they have a solid chance to sign this guy, that they are in the running. Because if they were not at all in the running, and if they knew for sure there's no chance that this guy's coming here or whatever, I think there's about 2 or 3 moves that probably would have already been made. Like the Tim Hill.
That's how I feel. I think the little things like that probably would have easily happened.
When the whole stuff came out about Arias, like, yeah, we're excited, whatever. But then now it just seems like, yeah, they called, they kicked the tires on it. They kind of got an idea of what the framework would look like to get a deal like that done. Yeah. And then they just said, okay. And then now that's on ice.
Correct.
And I feel like
Jack Curry, again, basically just said, yeah, there's nothing at all there.
Yeah. He's like, oh, there's nothing. So it just leads me to believe, like, okay, like their plans and everything are kind of in the air because they are waiting for something. And I think it's they're waiting for the Sasaki decision. And after that, we'll see. We'll get a better, clearer idea.
That's how I feel. Frank Cortez, who loves to use the quotations. Hi, guys. I'm really not waiting. I'm praying.
Yes.
On it. I don't understand the quotations. I think it's hilarious, to be honest with you.
Cortez.
Scott Horowitz says, a hard no on Polanco. We can't have a garbage second baseman again. Are our memories that short? Well, here's what I'll say about that. And, me and Christian talked about this yesterday, and Christian doesn't like Arise because of the defense and things like that. And my response to that was what it's been the same thing is that, but the Yankees have improved defensively in a lot of other places. They got a better defensive first baseman now. I don't know what they'll do at second base if they do go to Jazz and then whatever at third. I don't know that yet. But they've improved their outfield defense, in my opinion, no doubt about it. Aaron Judge goes back to right field, his best position. Dominguez looks like it could be center field. And then the tough left field of Yankee Stadium we play by Gold Glover, a great defensive outfielder. in Cody Bellinger. So they've improved in many areas there. Now, again, do you want to run out a Stone and leave him at second base and go, he got no range, no nothing? No, not necessarily.
No.
But again, I wouldn't say that, Polanco, like we said about Polanco, I don't think I do it there. But to me, again, I don't want to go down the whole Luis Arraez thing because I don't think it's going to happen. But for me, I think, okay, you get a guy like Luis Arraez again, you have the insane offensive numbers. I'm sorry, but I'm taking the poor defense in that regard, and I'm running with that guy. At the end of the day, you got DJ LeMahieu, you got other players that could come in for late inning defense. You also have the possibility that DH could become available because let's not front. G typically has a stint on the IL at least, as long as he's ready for October. I don't think anybody's really too worried about that.
Yes.
But, for me, that is, if you're getting such a great offensive talent, I'm looking away on the defense a little bit.
And let's also be like a little bit realistic here too. I think this narrative about the defense and all that stuff is kind of getting a little bit overblown. Like, I think people are kind of forgetting, like, yes, we've improved the defense and stuff like that. True. But it's like, because of those improvements, we do have the ability to kind of maybe sign a guy that might not be the top guy defensively. Like, when it's not that we improve the defense and now everybody at every position, all 9 positions, needs to be an above average defender. That's not realistic. It's just not. Like,
everybody now, all of a sudden, everybody wants Gold Glovers at every position.
Everywhere. Yeah, and it's like,
it doesn't necessarily always work that way.
No, I don't know where this attitude came from. Like, now all of a sudden we're shunning everybody that's not a good defender. You guys sound, forgive me, but all the ones that are saying it, you guys sound dumb. It just doesn't. It sounds dumb. It sounds unrealistic. It sounds like you don't know baseball. You don't know how organizations work. Like, what team? Find me the team that fields 9 Gold Glovers. I'm sorry. It's not a realistic thing. Okay, like it's not something that happens. Like, yes, we want to be better defensively. Of course we do. Of course. I'm not saying you go out and actively look for bad defenders at every position so long as they can hit the ball. But that's not what we have, okay?
Right.
Last year, just to put things in perspective, last year, we had a first baseman who couldn't play first base.
He was terrible. He was terrible defensively.
Who was bad defensively.
Terrible defensively.
We had a third baseman for most of the year who couldn't hit, and then we got a third baseman who could hit, but he was a new third baseman.
Correct.
We had a left fielder who was good defensively, but also made some boneheaded plays. We had a center fielder who's a decent outfielder, but not a center fielder. And then we had a right fielder who was a bad right fielder. Now,
it's been major improvements.
Now look at 2024.
Exactly correct.
A Gold Glove first baseman, okay? The Gold Glove shortstop, Platinum Glove Judge playing in his rightful position of right field, Cody Bellinger ideally playing the most difficult outfield position, which is left field in Yankee Stadium, and Jason Dominguez in his natural position of center field. What are people talking about, bro? Like, we can't afford to have one below average defender out of the 9.
That's right,
guys. What are we?
That's right. That's what people don't understand is like, oh no, but the feeling at second base. I'm like, whoa, wait a second here. Like, that's always been my pushback is like, we have improved everywhere else compared to last year. And that's what you want to do year to year, isn't it? You just want to improve on the previous year. Like, and that was the overreaction to Soto. Because even I'm sitting there going, well, there is no plan B. And I still don't believe there was like some guaranteed plan B. The Yankees are showing you there wasn't a guaranteed plan B. They went on the fly. I don't think the Yankees were expecting. My words exactly. Yeah, I don't think the Yankees were expecting. Yeah, we're gonna because this is such a great free agent class that we can easily just make these additional moves. Yeah. I don't think that was ever the case. I don't think the Yankees ever really felt that way. It's hard to move on from a Soto, but how do you do it? Well, you do what they did right now.
This is how.
You added another very good starting pitcher. You added the best closer in the game, potentially.
Yes.
You go out there and you add a Cody Bellinger, who you know for a fact makes your outfield defense better.
Yes.
You add a goalie on a 1-year deal, a 1-year commitment where the majority of baseball saying, I don't believe this guy's done. You look at his last 30 games when he hit over 330. You look at his second half, he hit over 270. He's still a good defender at first base. The Yankees have improved on some things that, to be blunt about it, that they fucked up on last year. They've improved on a lot of that. So they're doing the right thing in that regard to try to get better. Now, I get it. A lot of people want the sexy names. A lot of people want I want the big trade, Pete. Yeah, we all do.
And
but so far, we haven't got that yet in that regard. But I do believe these have been sneaky good moves. And I think they're a pretty nice-looking club. Let's wait. It can't judge it right now. If again, me and Francis are both on record saying this. Ask us if they're pushing DJ LeMahieu on us. And he's the starter at third, but then ask us. Because then we have a problem.
Because that's what, when people give me that. Oh, you want to? Okay, so then the defense. You want to prioritize the defense? That's it. We got to have good defenders. Okay, then DJ's your third baseman. Then let's do that. Let's do that. What's wrong with that? You care so much about defense, then just put DJ out there on opening day. You know he's going to give you good defense. Is he going to hit? No. Probably can't hit water if he fell out of a boat. But he's going to play good. He's going to play a hell of a third base for you, and you can move Jazz back to second, and now you got above average defenders everywhere. If that's right. If that's what you guys want, just say that. Because
just throw LeMahieu out there and shut up and take your defense and leave it alone.
Because the narrative of, well, no, like I'm not saying I want that, but I want a good defender and a good hitter. Well, guess what? We are in January of the offseason, okay? The ones who are good defenders and good hitters, they're not out there right now. They're not available right now.
That's right.
And the ones who are even decent defenders and also decent hitters, they have other question marks somewhere, whether it be health and injuries, whatever the hell it is. This is the stage that we're at in the offseason. Yep. Every name that we bring up is going to have a caveat to them, okay? Yeah. It's our job, right, as content creators to sit here and kind of talk you guys through these different caveats and why or why not we take the risk with this guy that we wouldn't take with that guy. That's all we're doing. That's all we do.
Right. No doubt about it. King
Better
Dre
than anybody, if I say so myself.
Oh, no doubt about that. This is how you know the Yanks have had a good offseason so far. They now have the luxury of sitting back and waiting to see how the market plays out. And I love it, is what King Dre says. Yeah, I mean, that's kind of where the Yankees are right now. But as usual, guys, it is voicemail time here on All Rise. Let's jump right into today's voicemail. Let's do a little refresh real quick and get into it. Here we go.
Hey, this is Joey from the Bronxy, baby. How you guys doing?
What up, fam?
Father Francis Day today. Father Francis and I are burning up the internet, baby. We're breaking up the internet. We're breaking it. He's on Twitter now. I guess it's X.
Yes, he is.
At any rate, this Please Arise issue, I found it fascinating the way that has polarized the fan base, with people being for or against it. My opinion on that was, yeah, it would be a good idea to put him as a leadoff hitter in front of Judge. Okay? Fine. But the thing is, if we have to, have no other option at this stage. Having to find a leadoff hitter is a self-imposed kind of drama. We already have, in my opinion, one of the best in the world already in our ranks. His name is Jason Dominguez. Mm-hmm. Put him in the leadoff spot. Get over your shit, whatever it is, the problem you got with this kid. His new name is Jason Jones. Just fucking put him in there. and let him do his thing. I believe that he is going to be into a replacement to Soto without having to actually to replace Soto. We already got him. So it can be Dominguez, Bellinger, and Judge, because Judge is good at third. That's what I think. There's no need to agonize over this situation. They just need to get over their shit and put Dominguez in the leadoff spot. All right, talk to you guys later. Bye.
That's my brother, man. I love that guy.
Great voicemail.
I love that guy, man. Joey is my friggin' guy. I tell you what, that is my guy. Kev Cruz out here talking about fucking patalitos. Like, what are you doing over here? All right, little patalito action, okay?
It's still Friday in the daytime, so I'm still technically on my diet, man. You're gonna make me have to break something out.
Tell you what, that's my Kev. Frank Cortez says, "Oh shit, what are you trying to say, Frank? I agree with you, guys."
We got to get Jira a Jason Jones jersey. It's her favorite player.
No, that is 100% her favorite player. She absolutely loves Jason Jones.
With the name on the back.
Correct. She absolutely adores Jason Jones. Biggest fan of Jason Jones is the one and only MVP Jira. She loves that friggin' dude. Let's go ahead and get into the next one. baby.
Hey, Pete. Good morning. Just want to comment on the Yankees infield situation and maybe on Roki Sasaki. But,
Okay.
I feel as though on the infield thing, I think at this point, I think they're most likely going to wait to see if something comes up. And if it doesn't, I could see them really just shifting Jazz over to second and maybe giving Peraza a shot at third base. And part of the reason for my thought there is because, we're all trying to find the solution, but there hasn't been really anything perfect. Arise would have been a great leadoff hitter. And, the dude hits everywhere, different leagues, different teams, different ballparks. Again, people criticize the defense, but still, but again, not having that, there really isn't any really attractive solution. So I think they wait and see what happens. With Roki, listen, people don't, I don't think people really emphasize the fact that he's a different dude. Not many people in this world voluntarily, give up 100 million, 150 million, 200 million maybe. And he's a different dude. He had situations, I think, with his dad, his grandfather with the tsunami, right? And I think he just has different priorities, and you could see that just the way he's approaching free agency, the way he doesn't want anyone there, the way he's asking questions. I really think that he's been basically making this a decision about, what's best for him, as opposed to all the other things that people think, right? So anyway, I think that that's a real possibility for us, and I think if that happens, that maybe changes maybe the infield situation too, gives them different opportunities for trades and things like that. So anyway, we'll see, and have a good weekend. Bye.
Appreciate you, man. Great voicemail. And I kind of feel like, we kind of feel the same way in that regards of waiting. Playing the waiting game out a little bit and, seeing what happens with Roki and go from there.
I agree. I think you got to be in wait and see mode right now. Any knee jerk reaction moves in the next 7 to 10 days, I think wouldn't benefit the team.
Agreed.
Wait and see.
Agreed, 150%.
Hey, good morning, Pete, Francis, Jira. How are you doing? Happy New Year and happy Friday to you and everyone.
I know that voice.
The main reason for my call, I wanted to remind everyone about the upcoming NYYU event on March 29th at the stadium. If you have the chance, I strongly recommend that you go. It's so much fun. I went to the event on 9/14, had really a blast. Jira in particular was so kind and friendly and gracious to me. She showed me, it helped me introduce me to people, and I had an outstanding time. If you get the chance to go on March 29th, you will be really glad that you did. You get to see great people again like Pete, Francis, Jira, Kevin, and also the outstanding people in the chat. I met them on the 14th of September. These are not only great Yankee fans, they're just great people in general, and you'll be better off getting to meet them and getting to know them. That's all I have today. Take care. Thanks. Bye.
Man, let me tell you something.
Love. That was amazing,
man. William Henry.
Look at Pete.
Let me tell you something. Well, let me tell you something. William Henry is my guy, but he's right. He's right. He really is. I say it all the time. I'll continue to repeat it. I'll repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it and repeat it.
It's a fact.
You go to one NYU day, you're not gonna want to miss one after that, because the amazing thing that we're building. And again, I go back to one of the the first Audi Club event that we ever had, and Hirsch came to me. He was like, "Pete, you know what you're doing here?" And I'm like, Hirsch, I pop on the camera and I talk and I do what I love doing. He's like, "Yeah, but you bring people together." And that's how Hirsch talks. That's how he talks. Exactly. Yeah, but you bring people together, Pete. I'm like, all right, like a family.
He's very he's very a matter of fact.
100%, just right to it, yeah, but but very calm, relaxing voice. Well, it's like a family. I'm like, yeah, it is. You're right. Yeah,
it is.
He's like, yeah, I know. I'm telling you. I'm telling you it is. I'm telling you it is.
He's like, I'm not asking. I'm telling.
I'm just saying, guys. Man, oh man. I've said this 100 times, and like I said, man, Pete Simonetti likes to repeat himself. I'm gonna repeat myself again here another time. one of my favorite things about these events is that I get to go there and I get to talk with everybody and have a good time, laugh with the team, because we're not together every day either. So when we get together, we like to have a good time, and we do. But when the whole community is together, one of my favorite things that I do, and you'll see me do this, I just sit back, and if I'm not with anybody or I'm in the middle of a comment, I look around, and I just love to see the community talking with each other. And it's like you guys have become friends via NYYU. And that's what a community does. And it's like the Yankees, our love for the Yankees have brought this community together. And it's not like we just pop on camera. We actually get to meet one another and have a good time together. And to be able to look over and see the community having a good time with each other, I think it's amazing. That's my favorite thing of all these events.
And to do all that with a lamb chop on your plate and a cold beer in front of you. I mean, you just can't beat it. I mean, come on. Like, come on, guys. I mean,
Crackle Nuts, stay the fuck away from my cannolis, all right?
I'm so happy.
Because you took them all last time, Crackle.
I can't tell you how happy I am that we are going to be back in our rightful home, the Audi Club, because it's that when they made Yankee Stadium and they made that section,
they made it for us.
They made it for us.
They really did.
They could tell you whatever they want. Other people could use it for their little rinky-dink operations, but the Audi Club is the home of NYY Underground. Okay, and let me tell you something. I wouldn't be surprised if down the line it's not called the Audi Club anymore. That's right. I'm looking at you, Four Rings. Okay, yeah, I'm just saying. I don't know.
You never know.
I don't know.
Those were the days. Frank Cortez, no quotes here. NYYU is the best. That's it, bro.
Fact.
Okay? All right. Our good friend Kev over here. Where the hell is let me close this up. What did I do here? What did I do? There's Kev. Audi Club, aka the NYYU Club. Oh, I'm gonna come. And Jira got the link in the chat again, guys. So if you don't have your tickets yet, do me a favor. Get your damn tickets. Would you?
Buy your tickets,
get your friggin' tickets. Because not only are you going to see Team NYYU, you're also going to see this man.
It's been Francis Macho King in the house. How fun to the underground, yeah. While I'm watching the infield, the outfield, the bullpen, the dugout, the Audi Club for absolute insanity and madness on a level only the UWO could bring. And it's all over me to complete this team. The Macho King will remain forever vigilant by kicking it in 2025 like only we can do it to you. Yeah! I'm letting it rip, keep it legit. Get a face script, ain't taking shit. Suck its better split. Like Kung Fu Styles with the squad, throw you in the corner like a red-headed stepchild, yeah. Or the holster getting booed. I'm styling like a champ with the bald attitude. Flexing on the mic, I'm a chip off the old block. I can't be stopped, and here's a little tip. My King style will make your acid trip, yeah. So you'll be ready in 2025. No retreat, no surrender, and never say die. Oh, yeah! Watch out!
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, Freestyle Friday brought to you by, you see sponsors? That's where your name would go.
That's right. Disclaimer.
Disclaimer. You see? That's where your name would go.
Hey, we got Gabagool. I tell you what the hell with it. I'm going to play it.
Welcome to the deli. We got gabagool.
Oh, yeah.
And if you want that mozzarella, boy, we got the do in the deli.
Come on.
Welcome to the deli.
We got
gabagool.
Yo, when you hit that on the 24-hour stream,
24-hour stream was fucking nuts, bro. I went back and I watched the ending of this shit.
Bro.
Those last like 3 hours, half of the time, like, what are we doing?
Just wild, bro. It's literally.
I got mad at poor Yorkie Gonzalez. By the way, I found out Yorkie Gonzalez was actually a neighbor.
I had a feeling that she was. I didn't think she was going to lie about it.
He's a dude.
But you gave her it's a dude?
It's a dude. Yorkie Gonzalez, a dude.
Oh, my God. And we called him a woman on top of everything. Oh, my.
Nice guy.
He's a great
Seems like a really nice guy.
I'm
Yorkie.
sure he's a great guy.
If you're out there, brother, our apologies on that, man. He's like, yeah, Pete booted me from there. I'm trying to be nice.
He gave him the Tim. He gave him the right Tim. He said, get the hell out of here.
I thought it was a chick. I'm here with Jiro. I'm like, I swear to God, I wasn't messing with nobody in the building. I give you my word on that. You know you're with me all the time. Who was I messing with in the building?
You know what it was the timing of it. And it's just, you never know in that moment. Like,
and you hear the name Yorkie. I don't fucking know. I think it's a fucking chick from the building talking about, I was, they don't start nothing over here. Pete's a good guy.
She said she used to know Pete. He's like, no, she didn't.
I know you didn't.
He said
she didn't know me, Yorkie.
Oh man, but it was that stream was epic. I mean, am I crazy for saying I can't wait for the next one?
Bro, I can't wait. I can't fucking wait. Fuck it. It's tough. Don't get me wrong, man. It's difficult. It's a lot of, but it's one of the hardest things I've ever done. It's a lot of fun though, man. It's a lot of friggin' fun. You know what would be better next time? And it's tough for us because we just hang out and we don't sleep.
Yeah.
Maybe getting like 5 or 6 hours at least the previous day will be a good idea.
No, we have to,
because we literally got like 45 minutes, like an hour and 20.
We slept. Yeah, we didn't sleep tonight, which is our fault. I think this year
completely our fault.
We need to like Jira, do your thing, do your MVP thing, and force us into our respective rooms. Do not let us.
Yeah, and I mean, look, don't get me wrong. We're starting at 7.
We're not gonna.
Just look. Let us be in bed we got to be in bed at least by like 2:30. I think last time we did like 4:30 or like 4, like 3:30. Like
almost 5 in the morning, bro.
It's nuts.
Like almost 5 in the morning, and we had to be live at 7 a.m.
7 a.m. Medina says, "What's up, Pete, Francis, and Jira? Hope all is well. I, for one, have got to say, once you go to the NYU event, you have to keep going. We are like family. That is 100% facts.
That's a fact.
No doubt about it. And Kev is right. Just let's get a place this time where we're not we don't get our food canceled like they did last time." He also adds, "Joy Taylor will make sure I'm in bed."
Oh, hey, that
peanut butter skin, baby. Yeah.
See, that's the problem. Yorkie.
Don't say
like
peanut
Yorkie,
butter skin around me.
Writing in the chat.
I get happy.
4 in the morning. We don't know if that's a peanut butter skin merchant right there. We don't know.
Could have been
peanut butter skin and Coke.
I got a little hot on the. I got a little nervous for a second. I'm like, yo, who the fuck? I'm thinking I'm at Yorkie now.
Listen, that's the first time I saw Pete.
Get out!
He started sweating. I saw just going. He's like, hey, I don't know who this is. She's gotta go. Get the hell out of here. It was like
I'm looking at the picture. I'm like, I can't see. Is that peanut butter skin? Oh God, no! Get out of here.
He's like, might have the peanut butter skin. She gotta go.
Shout out to Jason Whitlock, who to me has the meme of the year so far.
Let me tell you something.
The picture. Let me find it. I gotta find it.
The face. You gotta put it on the screen.
I gotta put it on the screen.
Listen.
This is me. Here it is.
Listen.
You ready for this chat? Here it is.
Come on, guys.
Yes.
Just know, if I send you this meme, I'm thinking about peanut butter.
I fucking can't, bro. I'm gonna fucking lose it today.
Either I'm thinking about peanut butter or cans. One of the two. That's it.
Look at his face, bro. Jason Whitlock, I love you, man.
Listen.
I fucking love Jason Whitlock, man. He's my hero.
Listen.
Jason Whitlock is my hero, man. Peanut butter skin, that is hilarious. But a can
to say
on the rack.
To say the stuff that he said and to continue repeating it as if there was nothing wrong with what he was saying.
He's spitting his game. He's talking the truth.
The only 2 people that I know can say things like that with a straight face are him and Aaron Boone. Okay, just spew complete nonsense. Let me stop. All right. I'm being nice to Booney in 2025 until he pisses me off. All right. Happy New Year, Aaron. Okay.
Wow, man. Oh, that's some funny stuff, man. That is absolutely hilarious.
I did not have Jason Whitlock popping on screen on my bingo card for today's show, so I am.
Oh man, no, I really didn't have any idea we were gonna go Jason Whitlock route, but let's calm everybody down here and let's go to Simon.
Good morning, Pete. Your boy Simon calling from Bella Vista, New Haven, Connecticut. How you doing?
Morning,
So you're talking about the Martian Dominguez in the leadoff spot. I think that's pretty good, but you know what I would do? I would, for the leadoff spot, I would seriously think about having a competition about whoever does the best hitting I based this on, you remember when the Yankees had Soriano, Pete? Alfonso Soriano, Joe Torre always put him in the leadoff spot because Soriano always had this knack of going after the first pitch and being successfully getting a home run or a base hit. And everybody behind Soriano hit the ball better, including Jeter, you know. I think there should be an open competition. Like maybe one day you can have Volpe lead off. Maybe another day you can have Cody Bellinger lead off, or maybe Chisholm lead off. Because I know you don't want my gift from God leading off, but you know, that's just my opinion for what I think. Well, you have a good day, Pete. Rock on, NYY underground forever. Smacky the likey, hitty the stummy. And remember, Aaron Judge is a gift from God. Go Yankees in 2025. Have a good day, Pete. Bye.
I laugh every time because my guy Yojo in the chat, typically you don't see him posting the entire time, but when Simon's voicemail comes on, you're guaranteed to get a message that says mute.
every time.
Every single time.
Is it just me? And I've been meaning to ask this. My favorite part of his voicemails, and this is not disrespectful at all, because I love Simon, the bocce king of Bella Vista. Right?
The bocce master. The bocce master of Bella Vista. Yeah. Get his title right because you don't want to get hit with it.
I don't want him to call
hits
back.
people with bocce balls.
You know, this guy Francis got my name wrong.
Let me tell you something about this Francis.
I might have to smack him up. I don't know.
It's the master. It's the master of bocce ball. I'm the bocce ball master of Bella Vista. No? But, I'm gonna have to go in there and get this schmuck a lesson.
I'm trying to figure out. My favorite part has been the end of the voicemails where it sounds like he's hanging up an actual landline phone.
He does. He don't have a cell phone.
So this is a landline.
Yeah.
In big 2025, he's calling a landline.
He's a G.
This is amazing. I mean, the legend of Simon grows every time he calls into the show.
He's a G.
At this point, I mean, this is what I haven't even seen one of those phones. And I mean, I'm imagining like the phone that you pick up with the thing here and the thing here. I mean, imagine he had like a rotary phone. That would be amazing. Oh my, Simon, you are an absolute legend. And listen, man, that shirt, it's gonna be something.
That shirt's amazing. The design's already made. Thanks to my good friend Tony Rivera in the chat. We worked together on that one.
Yes,
we put it together, and let me tell you something. That shirt is fine. I think it might be a top seller this year, to be honest. I really do.
It's gonna be fun.
I'm getting one. I'm getting one. There's no doubt about it. I'm rocking one for spring training.
I want to have it for girls going wild. I mean, spring training.
Hey, yo. Let's go ahead and get into the last voicemail we'll play today, guys. And we're going to wrap on up.
Hey, Pete, Dozer Face here. Can't wait for a few more days to come and hear Sasaki is a Yankee. Hopefully it says Sasaki is a Yankee. But yeah, hopefully we hear some good news about our infielder today or tomorrow.
Okay.
Just hopefully we hear good news today about a new infielder. Just wanted to drop in and say have a good day and go Yankees. Go Yankees for life.
That's right.
No doubt. Can anybody recognize that is Kyle Malay's brother?
Really?
By their voices?
I mean, I could kind of hear a resemblance.
You could definitely hear
that's a thing.
Yeah.
If that's
you could definitely hear it. They are. They're
I could kind of hear the resemblance. Well, shouts out to the Malays. You know what I'm saying?
The Malays. Oh, those are my Malays.
That's what I'm talking about. I love it, man.
You know, I just got a severe weird. When we said Lay's, I got a very weird craving for Lay's potato chips, the wavies, the wavies.
Yeah. Well, I got a craving for pastelitos thanks to Kev.
This is what people do to us here. Look, I'm on like a liquid diet for a couple of weeks here for a reason.
We worked out this morning, trying to do what we're supposed to do.
Oh, I'm going twice today, baby. I'm going to the gym again. I'm going twice.
With this. Come on, man. I'm about to freaking get out of here and order from Empanadas Monumental, freaking pollo queso maíz. Like, I'm not supposed to eat that right now. Come on, man.
That's all right. Come on. Kev got he's
got a peanut butter sandwich.
Oh, nothing like a little bit of peanut butter, folks. I tell you what.
With 2 cans of soda right next to it.
Stop playing around me, man, because when I hear it, I got to go to it.
Because you know why this picture is so funny to me? Because it's not going to go anywhere anytime soon.
The greatest picture ever. I'm framing. This is going in the office.
It's going to be in the office for sure.
It has to be in the
office.
It has to be in the office.
It has to be in the office. It's not even called peanut butter and jelly anymore. The streets are calling it Whitlock and jelly now. Yeah. It's not. Yeah. It's a W and J now. And listen, I'm down. I support it. His picture's going up in the office, and I can't wait for like that first like excruciating Yankees loss of the season, and you just see people quote tweeting the score of the game with this picture.
I'm so proud of this, man. Nobody understands.
He's so proud.
That is, everybody, you're looking at Pete Simonetti's hero. That is my hero. Jason Whitlock is my fucking hero. No joke. That is my hero, folks.
We got to meet this guy. We got to meet this guy one day. We have to.
Oh, we will. 100%
Yeah,
meet
I have
Jason
a
Whitlock.
feeling
No doubt about it.
Our paths will cross at some point, and it's gonna be one hell of a conversation. I guarantee.
No doubt about it. I can't wait for that conversation. Jason Whitlock, you are absolutely the friggin' man. That's all there is to it. And with that being said, Francis, let's go ahead and wrap this episode up. Guys, appreciate you all. It was a great episode. A lot of fun today. We'll see what the Yankees do over the next couple of weeks. Spring training right around the corner. Legitimately, it's right here. I can't believe it. Feel like the season just ended.
Yep.
But with that being said, guys, we out. Until next time. Oh, matter of fact, what am I talking about next time? 9:30 p.m. tonight. 9:30 tonight. Bronx or nothing.
We were gonna say something. Yeah.
Yeah, shit. I'm gonna have this picture saved because you know with Kev, we throwing this on the screen.
Oh, we gotta
multiple
throw.
times,
I might wear a peanut butter shirt. I might have to.
I might go I might eat peanut butter while we're live.
I mean, yeah, maybe I'll take my shirt off and show the grannies my peanut butter skin. You know what I'm saying?
I might get a.
They might want to. It's just peanut butter action.
I might have to run to the store for a Whitlock.
Listen, get a Whitlock and J. You know what I'm saying? Get a Whitlock and J action.
Hey, a little Whitlock and J action, man. You never know.
If him and Joy actually got together, they could have been Whitlock and J. But
they could have been, yeah.
Could have been.
They would have been.
They would have been. But
no
he
doubt.
was, like he said, he knew himself, and that peanut butter skin and those cans.
It's dangerous. Let me tell you, peanut butter skin with cans is dangerous. I'm just saying, it's very, very dangerous.
What a legend.
It's very there. Jason Whitlock. I'm ending the show with this. Fuck it. We out, guys. Until next time.
I'll see you at 9:30.
9:30. See you guys then. Peace, baby.
Then watch me do it again. Tell 'em I can't take no loss. My team hold no